He's been standing up for democracy. He's been protecting a woman's right to determine her own destiny. Reverend Warnock is a workhorse.
Raphael Warnock bringing out the big guns in his campaign for Senate with just days before the highly anticipated Georgia runoff election this upcoming Tuesday. Enthusiasm is high. The state broke its one-day early voting record with more than 300,000 ballots cast on Monday alone. According to new polling from Emerson College and The Hill, Warnock is leading his Republican opponent, Herschel Walker, by a very slim 2 percentage points. Herschel Walker is joining me right now to talk more about the race. Herschel, here we are, just days away from the big day. How would you assess the race? What are you feeling going into Tuesday?
I feel pretty good. You know, in the early race, they felt that they were going to get this big lead and they were going to be blowing me away. And now they don't have the lead they expected to have. And so come election day, I want people to get out and vote. And if people haven't voted early, you know, you make sure you voted early, but get out and vote by December the 6th. And let's change Georgia. And the way we can get it done is by electing me to the Senate, because Raphael Warnock has proven that he's not for Georgia. He's proven that he's for California and New York, and they already got senators. They don't need another one.
Tell me where you stand on the important issues versus where Warnock stands.
Well, you know, one of the places I stand is we got to be energy independent again. They've waged war on domestic energy, and I think that is a national security problem, because right now we can do things right underneath our feet, but they've tried to pretend like this is a new normal, that there's other people that can do it better. No, they can't. You know, they're going to dictators. They're going to people that are our enemies, people that chant death to America. They ask for energy. And they don't know the definition of enemy. They don't know the definition of a dictator. It can be done right here. We got to get rid of some of these regulations that they put on our energy company, and also the regulation they put on these small businesses. And I think that will open up a lot of things, because that'll create wealth within America. And that's what we got to get going, to start creating wealth within America, and at the same time, start bringing some unity between our law enforcement and the citizen. Because, you know, the guy running against called them names, and he hadn't apologized for that. But yet, there's a lot of crime out on the street. It is sad that you don't want your mother or your wife or anyone to walk out into the streets at night because it's unsafe. And that's not the country that I want us to live in. That's not the country I'm going to let us live in. And, you know, and this is done in less than 2 short years. This is done in less than 2 short years. There's open border. He voted to put men and women in sports. The things that they've done right now in less than 2 short years, and he's asking for 6 more years, and I'm not sure if we can put up with that.
What did you make of what Obama said about Warnock, and what is Warnock focused on? Is he focused on the issues?
Well, Warnock has never focused on the issue since he's been running. All he's been doing is raising money. He feels that he can buy this seat, and it's sad that, you know, former President Obama, who's lost twice here in Georgia, is back here again talking about Warnock is focusing on the issue, but he never talked about the issues. So I reckon Obama should talk about the issues for him. But as Obama want to run in Georgia, he need to come run in Georgia, because he's not doing good by Georgia. Reverend Warnock, Senator Warnock, has done a terrible job as a senator for Georgia, and this is Georgia people's seat, and it's time for him to go. That was the reason I decided to run, because he wants to separate people because of race. If you look at all the bills he's tried to pass, most of them are knocked down because of discrimination, because all he want to do is talk about race, when yet he's in a church of a man that talked about is not the color of your skin, but the content of your character.
Herschel, we're going to be watching it all. Thanks very much for being here this weekend.